Shut up, Fat.
Here we go,
Trying to get the show ready.
Jimmy!
He's talking away like a fool's head. We're trying to get this OB started. Magnificent house here, full.
Yes.
Massive line-up around the corner.
Yes.
Like when they used to know I was in a nightclub, they all used to line up around the corner.
Shut up.
I'll tell you what, we got Max Gawn in.
Oh, yes.
Josh Kennedy in. The Cup ambassador, I've just seen, big JK. Love him.
From Sydney, all the way from Sydney.
Mitch Cleary.
Yes.
Andrew Dillon, the CEO of the AFL.
Wow.
We've got Stevie J, Norm Smith medalist.
And?
What about that for a group of names?
And a joke.
Oh, no.
Yes, Jim.
The joke never works. But welcome, everyone, by the way. Nice to see you all. Big round of applause.
Oh, Jim.
Hello to you, Fat.
Oh, it's exciting, Jim. I love this time of the year. You walk around the streets and all the footy fans are out. Plenty going on across the road. MCG, the live site there. There's kiddies everywhere. And I'm looking forward to the big day. South Melbourne taking on Fitzroy.
South Melbourne.
South Melbourne taking on Fitzroy. Now, let's get just an interest here.
I'd get an interest.
Brisbane supporters. Oh, not bad, not bad.
Good.
Sydney. Not bad. I like that. I like that.
The red and the white.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly. Hello to you, Rabsy.
4-point lead to the Swans. Deep in their forward area. Here's Kennedy. Coughed it up. Picked up by Hanbury. Malcheski. Snap. And there's your grand final. There's your grand final. The Sydney Swans have won the grand final of the bearded Melcho.
Listen to idiots, Bud.
Yeah, I know.
The bearded
I'm
Melcho.
just getting out some of my very best stuff, and Spud's just screaming
Over the
like an idiot.
Exactly.
Over the top.
That's what we love
I
about
know. That's why we love the great
Yes.
man.
Exactly.
This is where we used to have the after party for the old grand final footy show.
Is that where Damo lost his glasses?
Yep.
Well, it's also where, just through there, I can see it's where Lepper went up to him and said, "You got about 3 minutes to either be alive
Yes.
or exit this building."
And?
And Damo left
Oh.
straight away.
And this used to be the dance floor, and did some of me good work.
Oh, of course you did.
I actually slipped over here and hurt me hip. Actually.
Yeah, did you? Right.
Like in the prelim.
Shut up, Rabs.
Fell over.
Time now for rap.
Now on Triple M's Rush Hour,
Let's go to rap now.
it's Billy's All Sports Report. Tyre Power's footy final sale gives you the power to buy 3 and get 1 free on Toyo passenger and SUV tyres. Tyrepower.com.au.
Oh, Jimmy boy, you told us this yesterday, but great news for Stuart Maxfield. If
Yes,
Sydney
I like it.
win, that is fantastic. Of course, Lee Matthews will present Chris Fagan and Lockie Neal with the cup there.
Yep.
A couple of retirements today, Jim.
Righto.
Lockie Neal.
No.
No, not Lockie.
No, Lockie Hunter.
What the hell?
Lockie Neal.
Lockie Neal.
Had to play in a grand final.
Exactly.
Come on, Fat.
Lockie Hunter. Jim, 199 games.
Oh, no.
173 with the Doggies, of course, won a premiership, and 26 with Melbourne. 199
That's
games.
one more than you.
It is one more than me. He makes the 200 club.
Do you
Well
think
done.
he gets the same message from the coach that you did?
Not exactly. He might get a nice message.
Right, okay, good.
And Charlie Dixon has retired.
Saw
The big
that.
boy at Port Adelaide there, 156 games at Port Adelaide, 65 at the Suns, 221 games. Well done, big Charlie.
Yep.
Jim, what is going on? We'll ask Mitch Cleary this.
Yes.
At Channel 7.
Ooh.
Luke Darcy has stepped away
Duke.
from Triple M, of course, and Channel 7.
Great shame. I think he's a fantastic talent, Duke. He's going to call the grand final for us.
Yes.
But he's got business interests and other phases of his life he wants to head into. And I think the juggle of having a young superstar for a son
Yes.
and being in the media is something he finds hard because he's a man of integrity. So we love the Duke and we wish him well for everything he's coming up with. Beck, of course, along for the ride as well. She is magnificent.
Beck Madden.
No, his wife, Beck. You idiot. It's Beck Madden got to do it.
Channel 7 outs, right? Tim Watson, your man,
Not yet. No one knows if that's
Oh,
happened.
Bill.
and Luke Darcy are out. But who's coming in? So you got Bruce, you got Scott Pendlebury,
Bruce was already there.
you got Hutchie, Caro and Corn,
Kendall's only for the finals.
and then the Alpaca has been announced today. Nick Revolt is joining Channel 7. Jim, what's going on?
Good.
What's going
Nice
on?
injection of talent.
Wow,
I like it. It's good.
Plenty going on there. Isaac Cumming has now met with Power and the Crows, completed his medical. What do you actually do for a medical, Jim?
I just make sure the doctors are happy that you're going to stand up.
Righto, Tom Morris.
Did you ever do a medical, Bill?
No, well, weed in the cup. that a medical?
No, that's a drug test.
Yeah. When you were doing the Amazing Race, did they put you through a medical? I bet they wish they did.
They would have shot me.
They would have.
Thought I was a horse.
No, they wouldn't have. Never would have mistaken you for a horse, Fat.
Tom Morris is saying that he will join the Crows, Isaac Cumming. There you go there.
Right.
And all the retirees. There's 25 now retirees.
Right.
They'll go around before the game, half-time.
I think it's before the game.
Before the game.
Yep.
The Diamonds defeated the Poms last night.
Good.
Well done. They win that one 2-1.
Good.
And that'll do because we've got some good guests, including
I can see him.
one of the great
M. Gawn and Jay Kennedy. I can see him.
Australian bands I was thinking more of. Don't worry about that.
Ready to go too.
Birds of Tokyo,
Birds of
our
Tokyo.
house band today, going to be
Yes.
playing 4 tracks, by the way, up in the coming months. Birds of Tokyo will stage some unconventional shows in Australia's favourite rock venues with their Heartbreakers Bar tour, including the Forum, which is a great venue here in Melbourne, November 1. You can grab your tickets, birdsoftokyo.com. But right now, for the first time today, Birds of Tokyo.
Let's hear it.
For the rush hour at the Precinct, it's the grand final rumble.
Yo, how's everybody doing? It was 13 years ago when I thought I knew it all. I made the greatest mistakes. It didn't always go to plan, but I played whatever hand that I had thrown in my face. Time and again I keep on returning to the greatest mistakes I've made, but I'm learning this journey, it ain't over for me. Hey! It was 13 months ago when I went through hell alone. I must be going insane. I remember everything like a needle to the skin. Sometimes we learn from the pain. Time and again I keep on returning to the greatest mistakes I've made, but I'm learning this journey, it ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. I'm done wasting all my time on perfection. All my failures are the reason I am what I am. Now I'm here, I know the greatest mistakes are forever. And I'm alright, hey, sing it, hey, louder. Hey, hey. It was 13 days ago when I found myself alone. I broke a good thing again. Yeah, I don't fix it wrong, but I've known it all along. Back to the start and begin. Time and again I keep on returning to the greatest mistakes I've made, but I'm learning this journey, it ain't over for me. It ain't over for me, nah, it ain't over. Time and again I keep on returning to the greatest mistakes I've made, but I'm learning this journey, it ain't over for me.
Give it up for the Birds of Tokyo.
Throw it here on the...
Don't put it anywhere near Fat. All right, he's never touched one.
I'm not allowed to touch it. Put it there. Put it there, Joshy boy. Here we are. This is all live, of course, from the Precinct. And we got Joshy just
Working on
getting
that one
mic'd
there.
up.
JK, righto.
Maxie's there. G'day, Maxie. How are you travelling, mate?
Good, thanks, Bill. Josh has brought his cup. I brought my cup.
A cup of...
A cup of Carlton Draft.
Well done.
I like
Well done, Maxie. We like that. You'd find that at your restaurant, wouldn't you?
wine.
Or
Well, yeah, we've gone upscale a little bit. Sorry.
So
couple of
maybe
pale
not.
ales.
All right, so this is always a bit awkward, Maxie, because, of course, as a premiership captain, you know what this is all about. And JK, of course, with the West Coast Eagles, you've been up close and personal. And Fat had 4 goes at it and lost them all. So he starts dribbling when he sees this thing in front of us.
Overrated.
It's a magnificent specimen of a cup. I obviously got to sleep with it for a week. Yes. It was a lot. With COVID times, someone had to fly the cup back from Perth, and I was the one who got to fly the cup back. It sat 1A, I sat 1B, and then I got it for a week in my house, and it was a unique experience.
It is an incredible thing, and JK, you have been walking around with it all week. Tell us what that experience has been like.
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, I never thought I'd be able to hold a cup and be able to walk on the MCG ever again once I retired. So it's been cool to be able to take it around, engage with fans, get photos, and people aren't really allowed to touch it, but I've let some people hold it. So it's been
People love it. They love the Premiership Cup, don't they?
yeah. Well, they do. Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah. Well, I think as footy clubs and as players and as fans, this is what you want to see your team doing at the end of the year, and to see your team holding it up, and it's a great experience to be able to engage with it.
And as you know, Maxie, and Joshy boy, it gets its own diary. It goes out to old people's homes. It goes to hospitals. It goes everywhere.
It's quite hard to catch.
Yes.
This is actually the easiest time to catch it, and then as soon as it's won by a team, it goes out on the almighty journey. You write your name in for 3 days, then you got to hand it to someone else.
It goes missing sometimes, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
there's a rule. You can't put an Instagram up while it's in your possession. Of the threat that someone will rob your house and take the cup.
Yeah, right.
So you have to put an Instagram up post getting rid of it.
You know, when I first started at North Melbourne, Maxi, for the Kangaroos, one of them is the only golden one ever printed in 1996 for the centenary. So I got there and there were only 3 in the trophy cabinet. I said, "Where's the gold one?" They said, "Well, it's at AFL House in the museum." I said, "This is the same AFL that's trying to run us out of the competition, and they've stolen one of the only 4 we own." They are impossible to latch onto as a footy club. St Kilda have been around for 100 plus years, only won one.
And is it back yet?
No.
No.
And
No.
there won't be another one in there for a while either. Don't worry about
Golden
that.
one, no, they won't.
I know, any sort of Premiership
Have a listen
Cup.
to the humour of that.
Joshy
You're laughing
boy-
at that, Josh.
Joshy boy,
Yes.
you're still playing footy. You played
A
footy.
few games, yeah. We played a few last year with Harry, back in Northampton, a local town, which is about 5.5 hours north of Perth. So
Harry Taylor, of course, still
Yeah,
playing.
yep.
Both of you in the forward line.
both. He doesn't play back. So there was a few times we were struggling last year and this year, and you ask him to go back, and he says, "No, stuff you, I don't do that anymore." So we end up getting smashed, and he couldn't
He doesn't
stay in
do
the day.
What about Northampton? We spoke about this yesterday with Patrick Cripps, who got 145 votes, if you didn't see it in the Brownlow. What is it with that joint?
We've got a few. Yeah, we'll build on a lead mine, so we'll probably all got lead poisoning once we get a bit older. But yeah, there's 11 of us that have currently been drafted and playing AFL out of a town of 600. We've got a post office and 3 pubs. So
3 pubs.
3 pubs. So all in action. 1 TAB. So it's a good little spot.
And you caught up with Cripper and had a couple of frothies Monday night?
It did, yeah. I was in the hotel watching on TV, and he obviously was starting to take that lead. So I rang his brother Joshy and said, "What are you doing? Are you here?" And he was downstairs. So once he won, I ended up trying to score an after-party ticket down in Nobu there, and snuck in and got a few photos and had my Rams hat on, which was pretty cool. And it was great seeing all the Northampton crew there celebrating with him.
Nice to hear Gus from Angus Brayshaw at the Brownlow. Spoke with very nice humility and eloquence.
Yeah, I think he did it extremely well. It's the first time he's sort of spoken, to be fair. So I think he nailed it. He attended our sort of Wacky Wednesday for a little bit. He was allowed to come for a tiny bit, and he rocked up and he had us all in tears because that was his goodbye to the group. He never really got that opportunity, and to be fair, we're all in tears because we'd had 20 pots and we've been there for
emotional
7 or 8
anyway.
hours, yes. But he nailed it. So we got the best and fairest coming in a week as well, and he'll have a chance to say goodbye to the supporters. And that one, there probably won't be I think the whole room will be in tears.
Yeah, will be. Big news in the best and fairest. Petrarca won't be there.
No.
But a big in. Jim Brayshaw's going to be at the best and
Have you
fairest.
made the table?
The table, and I'll
Yes.
tell you what happened, JK. My wife and Angus's wife-to-be are very close, Danielle Frawley and Lise. And Danielle asked Lise, "What do you reckon? Do you want to come?" And I need to go to another best and fairest like a kick in the pills. But I couldn't even get any words out. Lisa's gone, "Yeah, that'd be great. We're there." So I'm coming along to the Melbourne BNF.
That'd be great. I remember he gave the offer, the offer came to him if he just wants to come with Danielle or if he wants a whole table. And he said he'll get back to us. And a couple of days later, he goes, "We'll have the whole table." So obviously that's when the invite went
That's
out.
where I got invited. Exactly. Now the wedding's coming up for him too. End of the year.
You're in charge.
I'm in charge. Have you got a position in the party or anything?
I'm close to the fronts, but not an official role.
So not in the party or anything?
I think
close to the front.
I think I might say something at some point. I don't know, but the brothers are taking control.
Right. Yes.
You have to look after Hamish.
All right. Now, yes, Hamish, of course, who's the loosest of the lot by a bloody mile. He used to play with him. What's going on at West Coast? Who's going to be the coach, JK?
I have no idea. I wanted Coxie to be the coach, but he's going to stay at Sydney, obviously. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. But yeah, I have no idea. Honestly, I thought they would have got something done by now. I feel for the players that are in a bit of limbo. They're out of contract, so they're just waiting for their futures aren't really clear until there is a coach. So, but hopefully they'll pick someone soon.
Well, we used to say Damien Barrett was the best newsbreaker in football, but he's not anymore.
No.
He's an opinion piece.
Yes.
That's all he is. So the stories are being broken by Mitch Cleary, everyone.
Yes.
7 Network.
Good afternoon, Jim. I used to carry Damo's bags
You
when I
did.
first met you at the
You
footy
did,
show.
and now you're a long way beyond that.
So is it Mitch Cleary or Max Holmes?
I love that, Bill. The first message I got from that was yesterday was from you, Bill, at the Wharf Shed.
Well, he walked in and I couldn't believe it. I said, give us a photo straight to you, Mitchy boy. It was so good. He looked so good. He had a cold sore. He had the,
4 eyes.
4 eyes.
the crowd seemed to get that joke as well.
I know. Now, what's
Before we get to the actual footy, what's going on in the media world? The 7, the 9,
It's
the
an old-
defections.
Can I read a headline here?
Go on.
In the Herald Sun, Eddie Maguire has said his brutal jab at the defectors, that'd be Corns and also Caro
And Hutchie.
and Hutchie, he's called them list cloggers.
Oh,
List cloggers, if you don't mind.
He was pumping them up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
he
mate.
was.
And
Changes
now-
pretty quick.
And now they're list cloggers.
Throw in Rui as well. He's a big get.
Rui's a good get, yep. So where does it leave you and me? We're a long way back in the pecking order now, Maasai Warrior.
We like the Joel Selwood, Tom Hawkins, where we say
think
we're
we
just
are.
taking unders to keep the group
Unders
together.
to keep everyone together. I think that's fair enough.
You got Bruce.
Bruce is right. He was never not there, Fat. He's been there for years. Now, shut up about that, because
You brought it up.
We need footy, all right, this time of year. Harry Perryman.
He's toured Collingwood, and they've now jumped to favouritism for his services. Rabs loves that as a Pies
Look
man.
at Rabsy.
Yep.
So he's a free agent at the Giants, unrestricted, so it means he gets to choose wherever he wants to go. For a long time, Port Adelaide has been seen as the favourites for this one. The Hawks had a go as well, but today Collingwood are the favourites for Harry Perryman, who is weighing up his call. He's got big long-term offers at both the Power and the Pies, but now a lot of people around this think he's more favoured to join
Wants
the
to
Pies.
play midfield.
Yeah, he wants to play midfield, and that is a big part
Collingwood
of the
fan
pitch.
growing up.
Yep, always adds an extra 1 or 2%.
It does.
So, yeah, the Power said today that they don't feel like they're front of the queue for him, so it looks like Collingwood are a good chance to secure the Giants free agent to boost that midfield.
Righto, you were at training this morning, Brisbane there at Punt Road. What did you see with those 4 eyes?
Well, Trent Cotchin and Jono Brown were there just keeping an eye over things. Cotch, of course, the leadership mentor at the Lions
He is.
this year, and Jono Brown, 3 flags. Lockie Neal looks sore, so he's going to play with the injections on Saturday. He's been dealing with this heel injury. What I saw today was a calf injury. He's been dealing, and the physios are working on sort of higher up the leg than just the heel, so that's one to keep an eye on. He won't miss this one. He's lost 2 grand finals for Freo, and of course last year for the Lions. Nothing will keep him out of this side, but he's going to be sore. The other one, Eric Hipwood, dealing with a groin injury.
Yes,
right, okay.
That's interesting.
But he's going to be all right too.
He'll be right, yeah.
Have you ever had an injection in your foot?
Yes, I have.
Nightmare.
No.
No, it is, mate. It is
If they hit it.
painless.
Jeez, it hurts.
Painful, I should say. No, it does. It's horrible.
Yep.
All right, so they're going to play. What about Swans? What about Logan
A
McDonald?
rock star entrance, by the way.
They flew in on a charter and landed at Essendon Airport today. So the Lions are a bit upset at the start of the week. They were asking for charters. They flew commercial yesterday.
Would
and
that have been
landed at
Andrew Pridham? Would he have just dusted off some cash?
He's a big wheeler and dealer, Andrew Pridham. They held a board meeting at his offices today in the city as well, I'm told, Andrew Pridham. So they've flown in, charter flight, straight on a bus to South Yarra where they're staying. They'll have a captain's run at the MCG tomorrow.
Is he their only concern, McDonald?
I think so, just that ankle. Apart from that, I think they'll be unchanged. So I think we'll see him named in the teams tonight, Logan McDonald. Expect him to play, but that is the one concern going into teams tonight at 6 p.m.
All right, anything else we need to be across?
Lockie Hunter, he retired.
Retired 199 games, had a contract for next year, so this is a payout agreement from what I read at Bill. So there'd been talk that he wanted to play on, but I think they've just come to terms with his body, keep breaking down with that calf injury. It's best that we shake hands and go home. Lockie Hunter's a premiership dog.
Yep.
A few years at the Demons and didn't eventuate there.
Jake Melcham, is he still at the...
Got a 1-year deal. And Tom
Why
McDonald.
are you asking that, Fat?
I'll tell you later.
Right.
Okay.
Also...
Pigeons?
The Pigeons, Stevie J's Pigeons, they got beaten yesterday. Don't worry about that. Well, last weekend. Anything out of the rules summit? Anything at all, or just not worth?
Well, one to keep an eye on is the sub. I reckon we might go to just 5 on the bench next year. So the heavy hitters were there at the G yesterday, 4 hours. How's Cripper? He could have gone to a cashier yesterday. Write your own ticket in Brownlow medal, winning form, and he's gone to a 4-hour summit with a few other players at the MCG. That's respect for him.
No, I respect for him, but stupidity. I'm not going to that, even if I'm paid.
Any more changes at 7?
List cloggers. Ed's branded them list cloggers.
I know.
Chris Jones and Gary O'Keefe have been busy at the top, so we'll see what they're up to.
I love it. As soon as there's a stoush, it's just entertainment for you and I, Massai.
It is.
We can just sit back and enjoy it.
The big GFL grand final tomorrow.
Yeah, St Mary's, they should be playing, Bill.
No, they're out in straight sets, mate.
Oh,
Don't
no.
worry
Back with
about
that. Who's your tip?
I'm going with Leopold. They take on South Barwon, coached by Mark Neal.
How's this? So Darcy Fort, who plays for Brisbane, his brother Fraser kicked 7 goals a week ago to get the South Barwon in there.
Yeah.
And now he's playing in a grand final the day before his brother plays an AFL grand final. It's a pretty cool story.
It is a cool story. All right, well done. Thank Mitch Cleary, please.
Yes, Mitchy.
Best news breaker in football.
You can see the latest from Mitch on Channel 7 News from 6 p.m. But the house band has returned. Birds of Tokyo. They've got a brand new song right now. It's called Heartbreakers Bar. Give it up for Birds of Tokyo.
Cheers. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I've got a story. It's not my best. Oh, but I can say that it's true. I fought the devil. He broke my back. Yeah, but I got him 1 or 2. The nights ain't always easy, and the dawn can feel so far. So if you're in need of healing, take a seat at Heartbreakers Bar, where every night we sing away our pain and misery. Raise a glass, we'll be okay. This life is what we make. This life is what we make. Tell us a story. Give us your best. Something with some fat we can chew. A tale of sorrow, or one of love, and how they both can tear you in two. The nights ain't always easy, and the dawn can feel so far. So if you're in need of healing, take a seat at Heartbreakers Bar, where every night we sing away our pain and misery. Raise a glass, we'll be okay. This life is what we make. This life is what we make. Forget those little things that pin you down, nail you to the floor, leave you with a hole inside your heart. From dusk to dawn, we'll carry on. Salvation's in a song. So take a seat at Heartbreakers Bar, where every night we sing away our pain and misery. Raise a glass, we'll be okay. This life is what we make. This life is what we make. Every night we sing away our pain and misery. Raise a glass, we'll be okay. This life is what we make. This life is what we make. And every night we sing away our pain and misery. Raise a glass, we'll be okay. This life is what we make. And cheers, everybody!
Brand new music from Birds of Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
Heartbreakers Bar. Make sure you go and watch them at the Forum. Friday, November 1.
Yeah, good.
Birdsoftokyo.com. They're unbelievable. They're going to be back for one more song to wrap up the rush
Magnificent.
hour in about 20 minutes' time. Birds of Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, we're joined by a bloke who, 3/4 time of a grand final, has turned around to his teammates, Bill, and said, just call me Norm.
3/4 time? I reckon it was quarter time. Yes.
Star of the Sunday Rob, it's Steve Johnson.
Yes.
Stevie!
played in how many grand finals, Stephen?
Played in 4, Bill.
And won 3.
Yes.
And one of them you were never going to play in. You had to have fitness tests down there at GMHBA Stadium. The helicopters were flying over top. It was all on, wasn't it?
Your knee was cooked.
My knee was cooked. There was 3 choppers hovering over, and found a way, Jim. The 4 injections helped. The doctor put in actually 4 to get me through the fitness test on the Friday. So I woke up a little bit ginger on the Saturday, but. He put another 4 in and a 5th one at 3/4 time.
And the game, the numbers looked like what?
Just a lazy 4 on the one leg.
Oh yeah, just. And what did you do? Chris Scott actually knocked on the door there. Was that
I had to, I pulled up really sore. So the fitness test they put me through.
on the Friday?
A pretty tough one, yeah. And I said to Taylor Hunt, I said, he's a good mate of mine. We used to play a lot of golf together. I said, don't be a hero, mate. Don't try and compete too hard. But I woke up, it had swollen up quite a bit. I had the ice pack on pretty much for the 24 hours post the fitness test. And Chris Scott rang me and said, Stevie, I want to come down to your room and see you. And I ripped the ice pack straight off because I didn't want to see him look at that and say, no, well, you're certainly not playing. And I wasn't sure whether he was going to allow me to play, but he put the onus on me and said, will you be able to? I said, mate, if the injections work the same way they worked yesterday in the fitness test, I can assure you I'll make the right decision for the team, and I'll be conscious of not going out there and not being able to perform my role.
It's a big call, isn't it? It's a really big call.
No, it's a big call on Callum Mills this week, but I think... You know, with Callum Mills, it's a different thing. Like
can't inject a hamstring, Steve.
No, that's it, Jim. And if a soft tissue injury goes, you can't be out in the field. You're one man down, and who's to say that they won't get someone knocked out in the very first contest, and that can almost lose you a grand final being down a couple of rotations early. So I think they've made a smart decision. It would have been a hard one for John Longmire because I know Callum Mills is just about his favourite player, but he's been around the block, the horse, and he knows that you've got to make the right decisions at the right time at this time of the year if you're going to get the chocolate.
You know the Swans very intimately, and of course they're up against Brisbane. What are you thinking?
Well, I think, it's very hard to predict grand finals, particularly these ones that a lot of people wouldn't have any confidence in tipping. But I think one thing is that the Swans will be slightly fresher. The Lions have travelled now 3 weeks in a row. Had a tougher prelim. Sometimes it's okay to have a tough prelim, but on the back of 3 weeks' travel, I think the Swans will be well prepared, well managed, and ready to hit the ground running. So I think the Swans will be very hard to beat.
And Horse, of course, and your good mate Dean Cox. Horse still yelling at Coxie or not?
I told you guys on the rush hour that it's not necessarily Horse yelling at Coxie, but Coxie sometimes winding the horse up. But I'll tell you what, in the coach's box, Horse is absolutely nuts. But then when he gets down to the players or during the breaks, he's actually really composed and firm with his messaging and says all the right things.
All right, are we...
he's presenting the Norm Smith.
Oh, I know, which I love.
So we want to know who too, but when he had the cup, remember he was the Cups ambassador, and there was a lot of dints in the cup that week. So
he lost it for a day or two. He didn't know where it was.
He did lose it.
I had to go around to about 100 venues like this, and you can imagine what would happen if I walked the Premiership Cup through the Precinct Hotel right at the moment. I walked through to get to this stage, and it looked like half the people here had been here since about 9 o'clock this morning, but I heard it only opened up about 2 hours ago.
Pretty sure they have.
So the Norm Smith, you'll go up there and say, the Stevie Johnson medal goes to?
Yeah, well, that's what Michael Tuck famously did, didn't he? He was presenting his own medal and said the winner of the Norm Smith. So hopefully I'll look after myself on Saturday and make sure I am able to pronounce the right thing at the right time. But I'd love to present it to Pappy. I know you boys love Pappy.
Panda.
I coached at the Swans for 3 years, and I love him as a bloke, and he's just a great fella, and I could see him standing up on grand final day, but I actually think my tip is Errol Goulden. I think, in games like this grand final day, there seems to be a little bit more space. We know that he's got a huge work rate. He'll get up and down the ground and give himself every opportunity to rack up the possessions, and he's good enough to finish a goal if given the chance as well. So I think Errol might be the man.
Now, Stevie, did I hear a whisper?
Oh, at Yarrawonga?
Well, back to Geelong.
Well, he coached Yarrawonga on the grand
Premiership and then lost barely.
Just.
How did you lose that, Stephen, by the way? Can we talk about it?
Oh, I don't like talking about it. It's pretty fresh, Bill, but bad kicking's bad football. At the end of the day, we...
Not the coach's fault.
7 more scoring shots and out in the fulls.
And 4 from the goal square, I heard.
We missed, probably at least 3 from the goal square, which is uncharacteristic. And credit goes to the Wangota Rovers. They got the job done. But we'll be seething on that for a long period of time.
Geelong.
Moving back to Geelong. So Billy, I know he only spends probably 50% of his time
Morn,
there now.
he's got his new friend.
Oh, I heard he's got a new friend down there. He's very happy with, and that's big
The
news.
Crystal
And
Club.
batting well above, I'm told. I haven't met her yet, but
And you won't.
you won't.
He moving down to Geelong because all your mates are down there, aren't they? Shannon Burns, James Kelly, Mac, all the Geelong boys are down there, the Premiership boys. Aaron will love it. The kids will love it. Have you found another job yet?
I haven't committed to anything yet, Bill.
Right.
So hopefully getting something sorted pretty soon. But you're right, all the ex-Premiership teammates are still down there because they still get a bit of a discount on their coffee order and their breakfast order whenever they go out.
What's
But
your
you know what?
sushi-
They always want to go to the Cremorne or the Gold Diggers Hotel for their reunions because it's 2 minutes down the road. I'm like, can we go to the Gold Coast or we can go to Las Vegas or somewhere special?
What's your sushi joint you love in there?
Sushi.
Or sushi or whatever. What is it?
Fuji-san. Yeah, the upside-down rolls at Fuji-san are unbelievable, and also the chicken bento.
He goes there every night.
Now, I don't know how he's listening because I don't know. I thought he was up on the Whit Sundays in his boat, but Sam's just sent me a text saying the Crystal Club would only need to be erect and breathing
He did not. Jim, don't say...
for her to be batting above you.
No.
That's what Sam said.
Hey, Fossil wouldn't have said that because he's down in Geelong. He's doing a gig down there on the pier for the Geelong Ammos with Faz.
I got asked to do that. I knocked it back.
And the whole Fossil dick sucked in is he'd be driving back now.
That is correct, though.
No.
Anything has got you visibly
You can't
covered.
say erect, Jim.
No, not
Well,
fat. I'm talking about the Crystal Club.
What are you
Not
talking
fat.
Well, it'd be stiff.
Oh, no, my God. Look at these beautiful women
Hey,
in front row. You can't believe what they're hearing.
They're just waiting for Fat to come down there. Don't worry about that. Sunday Rub again next year.
Yes, Rabs is the star of the Sunday Rub. He does a great job, and obviously we talk a fair bit about the football news and what's happening with Jay-Z and the boys, and Joey dissects it very well, but we just like to have a lot of banter, which I think our listeners like to listen to, and hopefully again next year.
What a good show.
What a superstar, by the way.
Oh, no, he always...
Three-timer, Norm Smith, but
Coach.
box office.
Box
Office is what Stevie was.
I wouldn't go there.
When he was playing, you watched. It's as simple as that.
The old chompers.
Unlike yourself.
The old chomp.
Are we winding this up now?
Yeah, we're winding it
We're
up.
letting you go and have fun.
Chomp.
The great Stevie Johnson, everybody. What a legend.
Thanks, boys.
End the day with a laugh.
I have a joke.
This is Billy's joke.
Thank you all for coming out today.
Yes,
It's been very
amazing turnout.
fun.
Yes.
Yep.
Well done to all the ferals. Well done.
All right.
Here we go.
Yes, please.
Jim. I nearly had a threesome last night, Jim.
Oh, my God. What happened?
The other two didn't turn up. Jim.
Seventh time you've told me.
Only the 8th, and it's a short one, and I knew they'd love it. And we had to wait for Andrew Dillon to leave the stage. So,
Still good.
hey, well done. Give yourselves a nice round of applause. Yeah, some fun. Wow. Sing it. You got to sing it. Wow.
Oh, my God.
Jim, sing it.
No.